Hey guys, how's everybody doing? It is December 26th. It's Saturday. I got a lot of stuff to share today. I have a lot of stuff. First, this is gonna be, well, a long video just because I have a lot of things to share. I'll try not to back up on my dog. um, got a lot of stuff to show you. First is gonna be stuff from Christmas that I got. Second is records from the Fetus that I got before Christmas. And then I'm gonna be doing my favorite records of this year before it ends completely, and we move into 2016. So the first things I'm gonna show you is records from Christmas. This record, if you see me eating, I have like Wendy's over here. I haven't eaten like all day, so got to get this stuff in. This record is from my dad. Funny story about this is that he saw this artist on SNL recently, and he thought he was super good, and he wanted to get me his latest record. Well, Lord behold, that nowhere in the Twin Cities has the record. It's sold out like 2 weeks past Christmas, and there's only one record store in the whole Twin Cities that had it. It was Treehouse Records, which I haven't been to. It's off in Minneapolis. I never even really, I've heard of it, but I've never gotten a chance to go. But they were the only ones in the Twin Cities that had one copy, and I have it. It is Leon Bridges, Coming Home. This is a very good kind of R&B album. Very good. The song he heard was Smooth Sailing, and that's awesome. Very, very cool. Thank you very much, Dad. That's an awesome album. The next two I got from my mom. This one is a 20th anniversary edition of this record. It's also, I'm older than that. It's Son Volt's first record, Trace. Very happy to have this. I've been wanting it for quite a while now, and I got a chance to finally get a hold of it. So thank you, Mom. Thank you for this one. The last one I got from Christmas. There is one coming. It's not here yet. I know what it is. My mom told me what it is, but I don't have it in my possession yet. It's on its way. So when it gets here, I'll be doing a video and incorporating that too. But this one is a record that, when it came out, really hit home to kind of what I've kind of been through in my life, like different scenarios and stuff, and the cover really kind of describes it really well too, and even the title of the record is just like boom, that's exactly right, you know. But it's Noah Gunderson's "Carry the Ghost." Love the artwork. It portrays the title so well. It's one of those records. It's not, well, Noah Gunderson really doesn't have a lot happy. Let's go do this stuff, and I love the cover because it's almost like, you know, the saying that people have a monkey on their back and they can't get off. He's carrying the ghost, you know. He can't get rid of the ghost. I'm sure he's talking about like past relationships that he wants to move on, but she's always in his head, and he kind of can't move on from that. And yeah, I've been there. You know, I have been there. It sucks, man. So a lot of these songs I can definitely relate with past experiences that I've been through, and it's just, when I saw the cover, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's perfect, you know. So yeah, those are my records from Christmas. All right, next two records are from the Fetus, and then Vinyl Me Please record came in. Thank you. Two of these records I didn't know anything about. It's kind of just an impulse buy type thing. Wanted to expand my horizon, I guess. I don't know if I can get this name right. It's Pete Christlieb and Warren Marsh Quintet. Apogee. As you can say, quintet. Anyone who really sees that thinks jazz, and it is jazz. A very good album. Kind of fast jazz. I wasn't really expecting that, but very good jazz album. Really glad I picked this one up, definitely. This one, oh my gosh. I mean, I saw this cover and it was in the recently arrived section of the Fetus, which I always go to first. I always see what they get in. This one, from the cover, it really doesn't portray what the album is, so that's kind of cool. It kind of throws you a curveball, and not even close to what you're even thinking. This is Fatter Than Albert. I know, this is kind of a weird cover going on. Very simple back. The last minute. So the album is. If you can look at this, you can think, oh, it's probably like a rock record or punk rock or alternative, something around there. It's actually a ska band. I had no idea that's what this was, but I like ska music. I really do. It's really cool. This one kind of takes a few listens though, but it definitely really sits with me. I really enjoyed this. Okay, the next ones I do know about. I just haven't got a chance to pick it up. First is Ryan Adams, 1989. This is the record that he did a cover of Taylor Swift's record and kind of put it as his own. Awesome album. I mean, fantastic. I love the artwork too. It's just I like his versions way better than Taylor Swift's versions. Sorry, T Swift. Gotta go with Ryan Adams on this. So I'm not a big Taylor Swift fan, but these songs kind of make me want to listen to it. You know, it's like, Ryan Adams. You know, you can't really screw anything up. He's a fantastic singer-songwriter. But 1989, very good cover album by him. I loved it. Coming at you with a Zappa record now. Those are always fun to find, you know. This is Shake Your Booty. This is a really good one. This is a big album. This is a double album. Love the artwork again. Oh, Mariah's like, that cover. It's like, it's Frank Zappa. What do you expect from this? Oh, it's super cool. Love the artwork. Fantastic album, double album. Really one of my favorites by him. Not in my top. I probably put it in my top 5 of records that he's put out. Definitely a very good one, Frank Zappa fan. Okay, now we're on to the Vinyl Me Please record of this month. This is Niles Fromm, Spaces. Fantastic record. I didn't know Niles at all. I'm really glad that they sent this to me. Kind of something I can really look at and say, oh, this is pretty cool. It's a how do I describe it? It's a mixture, mostly keyboard oriented, piano keyboard oriented, and sampling and stuff, and it's very, very cool. I'll just kind of go into detail, kind of what's in here, like I always do with theirs. Of course, they got artwork. They sent artwork with it, which is pretty cool. I like that a lot. And on the back, it kind of gives a little description about Niles and kind of his background with music and stuff. But I remember, I don't think the pressings are anything special. I don't remember exactly. Well, I guess they are. It's not colored vinyl, but it does have like these pictures on it, which is pretty cool. And it says like what side 2. Gotta think which way the camera is different than what I'm doing. So there's stuff like that, which is really cool. Just black vinyl, not colored vinyl this time. But it's a very, very good listen for anyone who really likes kind of very more instrumental piano oriented with some sampling thrown in there too. It's a really good album in my opinion. I really enjoyed it. I thank them for sending me this thing. Now, the stuff's good. I've been going into my favorite records of this year before it goes out the window, you know, and I don't get a chance to do it. I will say my best for last. Definitely. Let me get these. Oh. All these guys. A lot of them. These first ones aren't in any specific order, but the last one is. That last one's going to be my favorite of this year, hands down. Any genre, record, person, doesn't matter. It's all the year, whole year. First, I want to give a shout out to his Father John Misty, I Love You Honey Bear, which is a fantastic record. I saw him earlier this year with Alabama Shakes. I'm really glad that I did see him. He's a very humble but interesting person. Very, very good singer-songwriter, definitely. Next is a group that people thought kind of broke up or went on a hiatus for a little while. Breaking Benjamin, Dark Before Dawn. Very, very good album. It's a great comeback, you know, from their hiatus slash breakup. I'm not sure. But it's a very good album. Like the artwork has all the liner notes in here. Very good. Very, very typical Breaking Benjamin record. And I have no problem with that at all. Awesome songs. Every song in here is fantastic. It really is. Next is Bullet for My Valentine's new record, Venom. Big improvement from their last one, which really didn't hit me very hard as I wanted it to. I had really high expectations for it. Didn't really, no one really kind of connected with it as much as they wanted to, but this one really was very good. Reminded me a lot of kind of the Poison, going back to that record. Very good album though, Venom. Poison will always be my favorite. Always will be. They won't make anything that surpasses that. I mean, it is going to be hard, and they can't do it. But this is a very good record for them, definitely. All right, next one here is someone that I've talked to online. I've never met in person. Just a very amazing person, human being. Just so down to earth, so just gifted with music and so much stuff. This is an amazing person, amazing guy all around. Had to put his record in here. Had to do it. It was just, I haven't really known. I'm not sure. We've never met, but we've talked. You know, he knows me. And I've shared my music with him, and I've bought some of his stuff too. And this record was from this year, and I got the release. He had 2 pressings of this record that I'll show you. This is Derek Higgins, Miss Realities. Fantastic instrumentals. I mean, blows my mind. Such good music. And I got number 69. 63 out of 150, and there are 300 total. He had 150 of his pressing, and then there's pressings from Greece, which are still available, but not through him. You'll have to go through Greece. But I want to show you this. This is just a beautiful pressing. They did a fantastic job on this. I'm really happy I got his pressing of this. It's a nice blue splatter vinyl. Like, look at that. That is just... That is nice. That is nice, man. Beautiful pressing. Sounds perfect. They did a fantastic job. I always like to support Derek in anything he does. These songs are a lot of older material that he's kind of brought out from the vault, so to say. Very good record. Highly recommend Derek Higgins' Miss Realities. Next is my favorite post-rock group of all time, and I will be seeing them in February. So excited. Godspeed You Black Emperor. This is a great album. Asunder, Sweet, and Other Distress. Love their artwork always. They do a fantastic job. Super dark and just eerie and just awesome. Awesome stuff. Great album. Great album. This record was actually, it's not new. They've been doing it for quite a while at their live shows, and it was named some other, I can't remember the name, but it was, this whole record was a set that they did, and they didn't really talk a lot about it. They just kind of played it, and then people kind of wondered what it was, and this is it. This is the thing they did. Next is Hop Along, their record Painted Shut. Very good album of this year. Great alternative band. Definitely highly recommended. This one is probably the most hard-hitting record of this year that I've heard personally. Very aggressive, very grunge. I gotta hand it to Metz too. This is a fantastic record. Didn't know anything about it. Saw them on YouTube actually from I can't remember the radio station, but they were playing on there, and I just loved it. This record is just fast. It's aggressive. There's no slowing down. It is fantastic. Next, probably one of my favorite well-mixed records of this year. The mix of this is fantastic. Everything is so balanced, it's so warm, it's so punchy, and I'm a drummer, so I focus more on the drums, and those just they stick out, and the snares how it should be, not just this bland, just it's like the snares. I think that I always mix my music to is always just like just hard and in your face, not just this flappy, just like it's like what's that? It's like a snare should be hit and it should like fucking knock your face back, you know? I hate that puny snare stuff when artists decide to mix it like really low or just dampen the snare. I don't think they should. I think you shouldn't dampen. You shouldn't do anything. Just let it breathe. You know, let it do its thing. You know, let it be itself. And this record does. This record does. The Maine American Candy. Fantastic drumming. Fantastic mix of drums, band, vocals, everything. Fantastic. I'm not a huge alternative person. I was maybe in the early 2000s, like 2005, of course, but I listened to him a long time. But this one kind of went out on a limb, and I said I will give it a shot. The first song, "Miles Away," fantastic. I mean, fantastic. And this is on baby blue vinyl, which is really cool too. I'll try and take this out. It's kind of a hassle, but you guys gotta see it. You know, it's gotta be done. It's gotta be done. I had to wait a long time to get this thing because it sold out. Actually, I didn't get a chance to get it, but it's a nice blue vinyl. Super, super nice. Very nice pressing. Overall, one of my favorite alternative records of this year. I will definitely say that. Put that guy back in there. But American Candy, the Maine. I think Derek would kill me if I didn't put this in here. Because it was his favorite record of the year. It wasn't necessarily my favorite of the year, but it is a favorite. It's definitely Mew. Got to give it to plus minus. Very good album. Kind of alternative rock. I don't know if that's how Derek would describe it, but it hits me. But I wouldn't put in the number one. You know, it is in my top, definitely. Plus minus. Got to give it. Shout out to Mew, making a very good record once again. This record is Noah Gunderson. I'll put him in this top of this year too. Definitely one of my favorites. I'll bring him out right now. Definitely one of my favorite records of this year. Carry the Ghost. Highly recommended for any singer-songwriter person who likes kind of down, sad, dismal, just very stripped back music. Very highly recommended. This is one of my favorites of this year too. I just got it yesterday, so it wasn't in my list before, but it is now. But this one too, this record was something else. I mean, I haven't had a record in a very long time hit me as hard as this thing did. I mean, wow. It's been a long time. Very, very long time. Gotta give it to Sufjan Stevens, Carrie and Lowell. This is something else, guys. This is deep stuff. Deep songwriting. Especially on the song 4th of July, you'll like cry your eyes out. I mean, it is a tearjerker, this whole thing. It's kind of about him losing his mom and him trying to cope with these things and death and kind of understanding death and moving on and moving past these things and trying to cope with everything. And I mean, the first song, Death with Dignity, was just wow. Fantastic. I mean, every time I listen to this, it's like I try and fight back the tears. It is just, it's hard, it's deep, and that comes from his heart. You can hear it. Very stripped back acoustic music with some piano and stuff. Just fantastic. Please listen to this. I'm not kidding. Please listen to this record. You will not forget this. Now the more upbeat album. Alabama Shakes, Sound and Color. Had to put this one in here. It's a very good record. Saw him with Fire John Missy too. Very amazing live act. Sound and Color. So I like their artwork too. Their artwork's very cool. Very good record overall. Sound and Color by Alabama Shakes. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. I gotta get this down. I haven't even gotten it down yet. Okay. My favorite record. Okay. Favorite record of this year, hands down, blew me away. Really rebooted the genre. I have to give it to Kamasi Washington with the Epic. This thing is, oh man, this is great. I haven't heard this style of jazz. It's jazz, but it's so different. The approach is so different, but just fantastic. Over 3 hours long. This is one album. It's a 3 box set. As you can see, there's first is The Plan, then The Glorious Tale, and then The Historic Repetition was the last. Every song. If you like jazz and you haven't heard this, I'd be very surprised because people have been talking about it for a very long time. I'm really glad to get my hands on this thing when it first came out. You will not be disappointed. And a thing I want to recommend to people is that don't listen to it full blown the way through unless you have like over 3 hours to listen to music. Just take it in parts. It's almost like different records into one big monstrous thing. That's kind of what I did. I just listened like first part and then kind of waited on it, and then listened to the second part, waited on it, and then third part, and I kind of just pieced all that together, and it is fantastic, amazing reboot of the genre. Really bringing back jazz. This is great. This is so good. So that's everything I have. You saw stuff from Christmas, stuff from the Fetus, and then my albums of the year. This was a fucking great year. Amazing year for me. Not just music-wise, but everything. I'm very thankful for everything that's happened this year. Started off really rocky, but we got through it, There was that light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm really glad that's who it was. And I didn't think I'd make it out, but we're still here, aren't we? So definitely thank you. You know who you are, definitely. I don't need to name off any person because she knows who she is. Just really glad that you came into my life this year because it's been just amazing. I can't put into words what it is. You've shown me a lot of things that I wouldn't really even think about, and you've kind of opened my mind to a lot of stuff too, and I thank you so much for that. It's something else. It's something else. So thank you very much for just bringing yourself into my life and me taking you in. If that makes sense. I don't know. Yeah, it's been a fantastic year. A lot of downs, but a lot of ups too. I mean, it's always been up, so I always gotta look on the bright side with things. God has a plan for everybody, and we just gotta accept that. There's downtime, sure, but there's always something that good that comes out of it. And I've been that person that said that this stuff, it's been down for a long time, nothing's happening, I'm giving up, this is stupid. And he's always proved me wrong. Always. Even when I wanted to be right, he always proved me wrong. And so never get yourself down. There's always some good that comes out of the bad, definitely.